Hey there smartphone fans, welcome back for another honest hands-on review here on Smartphone Wars. And if you're looking for that ultimate flagship experience at a slightly budget price with great cameras, great gaming experience, lots of features, I have today the full in-depth hands-on review of the Honor V10. That's right, the new budget flagship or flagship killer from Huawei's Honor has all the latest goods, 18:9 Full HD plus 6-inch display, dual rear cameras without the Leica branding but still very good. It does have USB Type-C, larger 2750 mAh battery, and it also has the latest Huawei Kirin Silicon 970 chip with a front fingerprint scanner and a headphone jack, NFC, and I said like all the bells and whistles except dedicated audio hardware and optical stabilization for the cameras. The phone also has expandable storage, which is very nice and very welcome, and I think all phones should actually have that. The phone's back is made of metal and it's more like a budget phone, more in tone with the Honor 7X than with the Huawei Mate 10's glass back. The phone's front fingerprint scanner can be used for unlocking, but it can also be used for navigation. I think this is the way to go with the Honor V10 and the recent Huawei phones like the P10. So very good, and in the package you also get a nice bomb-proof silicone case for it. Phone also comes with perhaps the best facial recognition or Face ID ever I've seen on a phone, because you don't have to press any buttons, you just pick the phone up, just turn it to your face and it automatically unlocks, and it does so every time, even in low light situations. Another secret weapon here is the supercharge, where you can charge your battery 50% in just 30 minutes. The Honor V10 is extremely light and 170 grams for a big battery phone, that is. When it comes to battery, the phone's battery life does not disappoint. You can get over 10 hours of screen on time, no problem. And if you're that guy who just has to have the best benchmark scores, the Honor V10 absolutely is a killer phone. Top Antutu 7 score, one of the best CPU scores, very close or even beating Snapdragon 835, and what's really important is the fastest storage score you can buy at this price. I can't even begin to tell you, when you plug in the Honor V10 to your PC and you have like 25 gigs already taken, like with photos on your phone, and it just loads them up almost immediately. This is an experience you don't even get with the Samsung Note 8 and S8. And the EMUI based on Oreo has really improved. It has lots of customization options like choosing to have or not have an app drawer, much better sound experience, but there's no dual speakers or dedicated audio hardware on the Honor V10. Still sounds pretty good. EMUI also focuses a lot on security. January, latest security patch, check private space, where you can have like secret apps, just keep your business files, check you can access it with this different pattern or with Face ID or different fingerprint unlock, that is. Just very good. And you also can encrypt or lock certain files on your phone, which can only be accessed, again, separate pattern, Face ID, fingerprint ID as well. So the EMUI definitely wins with security here, better than Samsung, better than most phones, because the Huawei's Kirin chips have the best integrated security, better than Qualcomm, definitely better than MediaTek for sure. They don't have an open source code, so there's no way anybody is getting in your phone when it has EMUI. Most people really hate it because it's a bit different. It's not like stock Android, but now you can customize your experience to look more and more like stock Android if you want to, like with app drawer. And if you want on-screen buttons, you can have on-screen buttons for navigation, fingerprint scan navigation, you can have that as well. EMUI 8 based on Android Oreo is one of the better Android skins out there. Trust me when I say this. If you've used like EMUI 4 or 5, this has nothing to do with it, and it's a much better and more streamlined experience in general. It even now has all the Android 8 bells and whistles, like using your notifications, for instance, which should have been available ages ago if you ask me. And the cool thing is, no longer you have to worry about where your file is, where your app is. just swipe out from your home screen and you can type the word of your app, your file, and it will automatically search it, app, file, image. It will find it very quickly. I just find myself just not going to app drawers, just doing this and just typing Chrome, typing Facebook, just ultimately faster experience. And you also get those badges for notifications on the apps, and you also get some like force touch thing where you just hard press on some apps and you get like some basic features which you can quickly use from EMUI 8. And of course Honor also provide a very rich, very cool, free, absolutely free theme and wallpaper experience. So customization very streamlined, much improved. EMUI 8 and Android Oreo definitely get a thumbs up from me. And next up you have the display on the Honor V10, the 5.99 inch 18:9 Infinity or full view display with higher than Full HD Plus resolution. Now the display is very good, but like the metal back, which is more in line with Honor 7X, the display here is again something that's really lacking on that $500 price, because mainly of the display brightness in sunlight visibility is not as good as I would hope, and phones like the Ukito K6 offer similar if not better display experience at $250. So really Honor V10 is not the best display phone at this price. What you can get in the Honor V10, what you can't with other phones around $250–300, is the gameplay experience. That's right, the Honor V10 and the Kirin 970, even at this high resolution, can run any, like the heaviest Android game in the high settings with little to no frame drops. That's right, the Mali G72 inside the 12-core GPU and the CPU inside the Kirin 970 find an excellent gaming experience. The Honor V10 actually just absolutely nails any games like Lineage 2 Revolution, World War Heroes. I'm trying. It's one of the heaviest games on Android, and cracking up the graphics, just playing the games the way they're meant to be played on the highest settings. They just look incredibly stunning, and you get a console quality gaming experience on a relatively budget priced Android phone. And I'm pretty sure that the Honor V10 will be a good gaming phone for years to come after that. And now I've come to the camera review, and this is where the Honor V10 has been getting a lot and lots of praise, and there is a reason for that, because it has the same camera sensor as the Huawei Mate 10 without the optical image stabilization, 16 megapixel f1.6 cameras, and of course without the Leica branding. But you have absolutely the same camera experience. You have all the dozens and dozens of features: pro video, manual shots, black and white, good food mode, like anything you can think of, it's there and you can control it. So software wise and hardware wise, the Honor V10 has definitely the hardware and the price to back up perhaps the best camera phone at an affordable price here. The phone can also record naturally Ultra HD or 4K video as well, and the cool thing is that I've actually implemented these great AR effects you can do on the front selfie cam, which make the selfie experience really cool and innovative every time you use it. But onto the real camera. The Honor V10's camera is great, definitely on par with the Huawei P10, Samsung S7 and the Mate 9 of course, but just falls a bit short of the Mate 10 and the Samsung S8 and the LG G6 perhaps level. Sure, photos are great. I mean, if in good to okay lighting conditions, you probably won't be able to make a difference from this phone or any other flagship phone on the market. Fast shutter speed, great color production, so much details, but as light goes down, the lack of optical image stabilization really starts showing as the shutter speed slows down and the camera goes to very high levels of ISO. But still, even with the highest levels of ISO, the quality even in the night shots is very good. Software and hardware both top notch. And moving on to the front camera experience is equally great. Great selfie shots, great beauty effect where you probably even don't notice it. Great for low light selfies, it even illuminates the display to act as a front-facing flash, which makes really long light selfies look much better. In general, the video quality on the Honor V10 is the only place it slightly falters. The audio quality for me is really good, the video quality is there, but as again a slide goes down, you start to obviously notice the lack of optical stabilization as the photos get, as the videos get a bit more choppy and shaky. But the front cam video quality is excellent, and here's a little vlog I took on the Honor V10 from my front camera.
Don't make no mistake, the Honor V10 is a phone you can buy and definitely last you 2, 3, even 4 years with heavy usage, because the chip is top notch, the display is top notch, the battery life is great, and this phone will definitely get the next Android update, so like Android 9 or something.
If you set your sights on buying the Honor V10, I don't think you'll be disappointed. Very fast experience, great battery life, very good cameras, but the build quality is more in line with budget phones, and there is no optical stabilization and no dedicated audio hardware on the Honor V10, and this is where the device falters. Most reviewers have it as the best budget killer flagship. Is it? On the contrary, my dear Honor, I, the OnePlus 5T, am the ultimate flagship killer. Bullshit, you're nuts. I am. But you may fool the paid reviewers on Android Authority on the other sites, but an honest reviewer will show who is the ultimate flagship killer, and that is me. You lie. You son of a bitch. Let's battle it out to the death.